Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you love tech and useful tips, hit subscribe. Let's jump in.
Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch Productions' critically acclaimed samurai epic, meticulously structures its expansive narrative into 3 distinct acts, each progressing Jin Sakai's journey both geographically across the island of Tsushima and emotionally as he transforms from a noble samurai into the feared ghost. The game doesn't explicitly label these acts with on-screen titles as some games do, but their narrative boundaries are incredibly clear, marking significant shifts in story, character development, and the regions of Tsushima the player explores. Act 1, titled Rescue Lord Shimura, immediately immerses players in the ravaged region of Izuhara. This initial phase of Jin's quest is all about survival, gathering scattered allies, and coming to terms with the brutal reality of the Mongol invasion. Here, Jin begins to experiment with unconventional tactics, stealth, assassination, and diversion, methods that stand in stark contrast to the honorable samurai code he was raised to uphold. Players are introduced to fundamental combat mechanics, the open-world exploration, and the core conflict that drives Jin's desperate fight. The emotional weight of Act 1 centers on Jin's internal struggle, as he realizes that traditional samurai ways are insufficient to defeat the overwhelming Mongol force, forcing him to embrace a darker path for the greater good of his people. The narrative builds to the liberation of Izuhara, setting the stage for the next, more challenging chapter. Act 2, often considered the heart of Jin's transformation, is informally known as From Avenger to Ghost, or focused on retaking Castle Kaneda. This act shifts the player's focus to the central region of Toyotama, a land scarred by conflict but also rich in natural beauty. Here, Jin's identity as the ghost solidifies. He delves deeper into the shadows, performing more morally ambiguous actions and making difficult choices that further alienate him from his samurai upbringing and, crucially, from his uncle, Lord Shimura. The stakes are raised considerably as Jin confronts more powerful Mongol commanders and orchestrates larger-scale operations to reclaim key strongholds. The internal conflict intensifies, exploring the costs of his methods and the sacrifices he makes for Tsushima. Friendships are tested, new alliances are forged out of necessity, and the narrative delves into the psychological toll of Jin's transformation. The climax of Act 2 typically involves a major assault or strategic victory that opens the path to the final region of Tsushima. Finally, Act 3, informally referred to as the Khan's Final Stand, or Reclaiming Tsushima, takes players to the frigid, northern reaches of Kamiagata. This act represents the culmination of Jin's journey and the ultimate confrontation with the Mongol leader, Khotan Khan. Having fully embraced his identity as the ghost, Jin must now lead the final charge to liberate his homeland, but not without facing the profound personal consequences of his actions. The narrative tension is at its peak, as Jin's methods have now placed him directly at odds with the very samurai code he once swore to uphold, leading to a poignant and unavoidable conflict with Lord Shimura. This act is about resolution, the final battle for Tsushima, the ultimate fate of the Khan, and Jin's own destiny as the island's protector, now forever changed and isolated by his necessary choices. The story concludes with a powerful and emotionally resonant ending, leaving a lasting impression on the player. Beyond these 3 main story acts, the game offers numerous side quests, mythic tales, and exploration opportunities that enrich the world and lore without altering the core 3-act structure of Jin's primary narrative. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming insights.